Welcome back to Sew Like Dotty. This is my November sewing plans. So, sharing on a Sunday, as I mentioned in last week's vlog, which I think went out on Tuesday, I think I'm going to try to share on a Sunday from now on. I do want to say thank you to everybody who commented, and lots of you said we don't really care which day you share, we just like to see you kind of pop up, which was just lovely really. So I really appreciated that support, thank you. So what I'm wearing today is one of my favourite patterns. It's that time of year. It is the Peppermint Magazine jersey dress. This might have been the first one that I made, so it's a little bit short and I'm thinking of maybe cropping it into a top, but I do really love this fabric. It was on the swaps table at Sorting. Okay, so let's get into it. I have still got some things to finish and to share with you from my October plans. Obviously, I think I've shared, my mental health's not been great, and obviously I had my eye redone in October, so I didn't get as much sun as I planned to, but that's okay, that's life. So some of that I do still want to get done, and some of it might just go on a back burner, but I will share that with you next week. So this fabric is something I will be working on probably this week. And it's a fabric that is from Ammo Threads. So I think it's a viscose satin. I'll drop a link in the description box, and it was around £5 a metre. And it's beautiful, isn't it? Let me just put it up and show you it. So it's this like blossom sort of thing. It's on a purple background. Don't know if it looks purple or blue, but it's actually a purple background. The colours are very me. It's got some bits of pink in it as well. Stand up a bit. So the reason I wanted this is there is a pattern that is launching on the 11th. I'm not pattern testing it. It's part of my role as a Sew Over It pattern insider, and when I saw it I knew from the pictures that have been shared with us, I knew it would look nice in something that was like a satin finish, and I didn't have anything in my stash, I know, that was satin, so I went on. I also, it's not, well, it is a bit of a toile. It's a new pattern, I've not made it before, but I want it to be a wearable toile, so I thought, yeah, I think it'll be really nice, it'll suit the style. So I can't really share that with you just yet, but you'll certainly be seeing it as the month goes on, so watch out for that one. I think, as I said, I think it launches on the 11th. The VIP pattern group get that first, and then I think it launches to the public usually the next day. So I'll share that with you when I can, but that'll certainly be getting cut out very soon, because one of the things I've decided I think will help me at the moment with my motivation to just get started on projects is to actually have projects cut out. I'm the sort of sewist that generally can only work on one project at a time, or my brain starts moving on to another one, so I won't be sewing more than one project, but my aim is to certainly have sort of probably my next 4 things cut out as I enter the month. I'm going to start to do that from now, so that if I think, oh yeah, I could just nip in, could just do an hour, then I'll just do an hour. But I've got things ready to go, rather than thinking, oh, I need to put the projector on, or I need to, where's that pattern at, you know, just get started. Do you know what I mean? Because I think sometimes the bit of getting started and the fabric, the washing it, ironing it, the prep of it, sometimes is the bit that feels like it takes a bit of the time. So if I can get a jump on that, I think that might help me. That might help you. I don't know, because I know lots of you have shared that you're struggling with your sewing mojo a little bit as well. And I was thinking, when I was kind of working and busy and full-time and more, I kind of had what I would call my golden hour. So I would think, oh, I'm really busy, I've got an hour now, I could just jump in and do that now. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know your thoughts on that. So the second fabric was a completely not intended fabric at all, but I'm going to do, I think is it June, the sewing challenge that's so recreate the look. Now I had a style like bell dress. You guys know that I love this dress. I'm going to try and find a photo of this dress in a zebra fabric and drop it in. Hopefully it's out there somewhere. And I adored it, but it was like a satin. It wasn't expensive at all, but it just got a bit clicky, so eventually I had to kind of go the journey. So I didn't really have any intention of doing it, but I completely hold Ruan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, responsible for this purchase, because I had seen the viscose drop from Rainbow Fabrics, and they've got a 40% sale on if you want to check that out at the moment. So I got 20% off this. It was before the sale. And I'd seen the fabric and I knew it looked like black and white zebra print. But then Rowan shared a picture of it with this giraffe print border which runs all the way along it. And I was just like, I need that in my life. Now, my plan with this is to recreate that bell dress because I really liked it and I used to get compliments on it, but it's a different fabric. This is a viscose crepe, but it'll absolutely work for that. And my plan is to do the ruffle at the bottom in this chunk here. So it'll be gathered around the bottom, so that won't be as deep a ruffle as I normally do, but that's fine. The body of the skirt in this, the bodice in this, the sleeves in this, but to do the yoke in this and maybe the bottom of the sleeves in this, depending on what I've got. So I think I got 4 meters, and it does take 4 meters to do the bell dress, so I'm definitely going to get this cut soon just in case I need to order like an extra meter to kind of do it in that sort of different thing. So when I'll drop the green dress picture in. When I did that, I did it with the stripes running one way and the stripes going the other way, and that's kind of what I'm thinking with this. So it will be slightly different to the original one, but yeah, I'm recreating one of my own looks. Is that crazy? I don't know. I just love the fabric, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I'm going back to what was one of my original makes. In fact, it might have been the very first dress pattern that I made, which is the Tilly and the Buttons Lotta dress. Now, if you haven't come across this before, it is such an easy sew, and you can sew it in woven and jersey. The only thing I would say personally is, I talk about my arms being massive all the time, and they are, but for me, if I go woven, I've got to go bigger sleeve, because obviously you've not got that stretch. So you can see it is so well worn, and I'll show you. I think this will be it. Now, on the picture you can see it's quite a swooshy skirt, and I've shared before that I had an incident with a windy day and firemen where I decided to minimise the swoosh. So this is my pattern piece here, but I'm hoping you can see this on camera. I have the side of the skirt folded in. So obviously this is taken probably about 6 inches from the bottom of it on either side. And people kind of ask me, did I redraw it? But I just kind of, where there's a little angle there, I just sort of curve that in and then follow it down. That just takes a bit of swoosh out of it. So it's a very simple pattern. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's so when you do, because you can do it short sleeve, so when you do the top, it's as if it's got a drop sleeve, and that's the short sleeve, and then the rest of the sleeve is just like a piece that you add onto that, and you stitch it in flat. So you join those pieces together, I think, and then you just go along. I've made the jersey one in an hour, and I'll pop a card in and link. It's a long time since I've done that. Probably look totally different on that vlog, but I think there's a vlog where I challenged myself to make it in an hour after I'd cut it out, and I did. But that was a jersey one. So when you do jersey, you do like ribbing around the neck, and when you do the woven one, you've got a facing around the neck. Very simple either way. So the fabric that I'm going to use for that is a fabric that I've just got. This is from So Affordable Fabrics, which Cheryl always has some bargain fabrics on there. I've used a couple of them again recently. I've got some in my stash. So this is I think it's a cotton jersey. It's got 4-way stretch. I was just reminding myself, I don't know why, because I know it's got 4-way stretch, and it's this very ditzy fabric here, so purples, pinks, whites and greens in that. Very cute. I think it'll look really nice. It almost looks spotty when it's up against me, but I'm thinking this will be lovely just to wear in the house, pull it on. So I'll probably I might do black around the neck, I think, rather than self colour. I'll see how that looks. I probably won't put the neckband in till I'm finished off, but I think it'll look nice with like black, just so it's sort of a bit more distinctive around the neck, because I've got pink, but it's a light pink, so I think that'll work the best. I'm literally thinking on my feet while I'm talking to you. So I've got 3 meters of this. It's very wide, and there might be a little bit left that I could get a t-shirt out of, I don't know, but I'm going to get that cut out. very soon. So they're definite makes because I'm going to call it a hangover dress or two from November that I'd still like to try and get done. I'd definitely like to get one of them done. This is going to go out to you on Sunday and I'm recording it on Thursday, so it may be that by the time you see this that's already underway. And the other one fabric that I wanted to share with you, which I don't know if I'll get this made up in November, it might be December. Now I took it yesterday, I popped over to see Vicky, who's the fibrosourced, who's not too well at the moment, so if you're missing her on her vlogs, I'm sure she'll be back, but lots of love to you, Vicky, because I know you're really feeling it at the minute. So Karen, who's Karen So Slowly, and myself popped over to see Vicky yesterday. I saw a stash. I feel very privileged, and I took this fabric to show her because this is a Liberty print fabric that I was looking at online. So let me just hold that up. It's beautiful. All my favourite colours. Let me see if I can do a bit more of a close-up. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now I think this is the Christmas fabric that they're doing this year with a little bit of sparkle in it. But I didn't get this from Liberty. So it is lawn weight fabric. It's very soft. I think I got 3.5 or 4 metres of it. You buy it by the half metre, and I got it from AliExpress. And this cost me, including postage, £27. I showed this to Vicky yesterday, and I now might be responsible for her buying 4 different print to this, to buying 4 lots of Liberty prints on AliExpress. Now my Hello Kitty fabrics have come from there. I've done this, I've done it before, and I did that because you can't buy the Hello Kitty Liberty fabrics here, you can only buy them in Japan. But I saw this and I don't really buy from AliExpress, but I saw this and I was like, I'm having that. I've not washed it yet, but it feels beautiful, it feels soft. So sorry Vicky, but I'm sure you'll love them when they come. Yeah, so I think this will be some sort of shirt dress, but whether that happens, I'm thinking it could be my Christmas dress, so I might revisit this in my December plans, because I do like to make myself a bit of a Christmas Day dress, and I think the last couple have been Liberty, so that might come in for there, but I wanted to just share it with you. So as always, any fabrics that are in stock and still available, I'll share those in the description box, and I'll also drop a link to any patterns that I'm going to share in that description box too. And I'll be back with you next Sunday for some makes. Keep enjoying a gift in November. I'm loving seeing the vlogs. I'm loving seeing the posts on Instagram. I'll run that hashtag along again. And yeah, I will see you very soon. Happy sewing, everyone. Let me know what you've got planned and what you're up to.